Hello there and welcome to another episode of FS19 with me, Stockoglaws. How are you? Yes, again, another episode. They're coming thick and fast. And we're just unloading or selling our second load. We've done the first load in the first episode. So we're here now just to sell this one. Oh, okay. There we go. I haven't unfortunately seen any of the comments from the previous episode. I should see them in the next episode. I'm trying to get 2 or 3 done today, so please bear with me. I will catch up on the comments, I promise. And as I always say, I do read every single comment. So and also the likes really do help. So the comments and the likes really do help, and I appreciate every single one. So let's do a U-turn here and head back to the farm. And yeah, I've got the buzz. I've told the wife. I said, literally the office is a no-go zone for a few days, because I'll be constantly recording. But yeah. I'm really enjoying it. I'll tell you what, I'll pause the episode here and I'll be back once we get to the farm. And it actually looks like the combine's ready for unloading again. So this, I think this field was a good buy, for sure. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Okay, so as that's unloading, we'll just go to here. We'll put you away. Just stick the plough in the shed. Don't think these are the easiest things to reverse, but we'll do our very best. Oh nope. There we go. Looking good. Okay, so as ploughed, it just needs to be limed. I don't know if that's a terminology, but let's see if this little Fiat can actually spread the lime on the field. Hopefully it can. Go. That seems to pull it okay. Yeah, so it's looking a bit bare at the moment, our farm, but bear with me. Hopefully it will start looking a lot better fairly soon. I'm presuming X is to... yeah, okay, I'm starting to get it now. X and... B. Okay. I don't know how wide this sprayer is, but wow. Okay, so it's pretty wide. Don't need care wheels just yet because the got no crop growing, and it leaves a lovely powder of white on the field, and it's quite easy to see where you've been. Yeah, so this field will be now ploughed and limed, ready for us to think about cultivating the seeding. So we got the seeder back at the shop, if you remember, and we will pick that up very soon. So, I don't know. I think that the lime changes the pH levels of the field. I don't know whether I have never seen a farm near me certainly spread sort of white dust or lime over, but I may be wrong. Maybe this is a common thing that you see in farms. I don't know, but yeah, if you do know, if you've actually limed the field yourself, then that'd be interesting. And we're actually going through the lime pretty rapid, so it is fairly costly to lime the field. I don't think you need to do it every single harvest. I think it's just a I think you do it once. I think it's every 3 harvests, but you get a certain percentage. I'll show you in a second. You get an extra percentage of yield if you lime and plough. Let me just do this a little bit here. There we go. Okay, our field is done. Let's fill this up. And yeah, we're going to need quite a lot of lime in order to lime that other field. But that's for another day. Yeah, it looks quite cool. We'll put this away in our shed. So what we're going to have to do is sleep in the tractor instead of our farmhouse, because we can't afford a farmhouse at the moment. But we'll get there. There we go. And one thing I kept asking during the Farming Sim live stream was... Okay, am I in the way there? Whoops. Whoops. The one thing I was asking in the live stream was, if the vehicles and attachments are under the cover, you know, do they wear less? And I don't really know the answer. I'm presuming that they don't wear at all if you don't use them, but if you're using them, then they will wear. But that's just a guess at the moment. We're going to be baling. We're going to be picking up all this straw swath that comes from the combine harvester, and we're going to bale it and sell the bales. So yeah, let's do some buying, shall we? Where are we? Okay, baling technology. Where are you? There we go. Baling technology. So we have I think that's a rain bale, a rain baler. I wonder how much the automatic picker-upper is going to be. What's this thing? A bale collector eases the collection of bales. But how many does it hold? It holds 3 bales only. That's not good enough. That's 16 bales, and I believe that's a square. That's a square baler. I think that's a square baler. How do I know? Baler turns. That's a roll belt, so that's a roll and release. I believe that. Let's have a look. That is a square baler. Okay, but that's 105,000. That's so much money. What's this one here? That is a round baler that you can wrap. So if you use baling grass, you could bale the grass and wrap the grass, and it turns into silage, which you would use for your horses or animals. Sorry, cows and animals that you have on the farm. We don't need that just yet either. Let's have a look at this thing. So it stacks 3 bales, and it looks like it stacks square bales as well. It's not really any good. So 170,000 will buy us a square baler and a automatic picker-upper, which will hold 16 bales. It's a bit pricey, isn't it? But we could lease it. Like, leasing's only 5,600. And how much for the square baler? 8. That's a lot. I don't know what to do. Well, should we just go for the cheaper New Holland round? Pick them up. And so, yeah, I think that's what we're going to end up doing. So let's purchase the round baler. Do I want to purchase it? How much is lease? Lease is 3. No, I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna purchase it. So we're gonna buy this. No, I'm not. I'm so indecisive. No, we're going to go for the square baler, I think. Yeah. I'm future-proofing. So I'm going to buy a square baler anyway. That does square and round, this one here. Which is good. So this does square and round bales. So I don't need to worry about... yeah, we're going to go for this one. After all that. There we go. We're going to buy... There we go. It's a lot of money. It's a big outlay, but we need it. And we're gonna let's start the engine first. And it's gonna make us a lot of money in the end game. 100,000 is a lot of money, but like I say, we're gonna be using it straight away. So I'll just take the Fiat up there and go pick up the baler. This thing's not very quick. But I do love the Fiat. You can see the car behind me. Oh, the truck, I should say. But yeah, I do like the Fiat. And I wonder how Ewan's getting on. Okay, we picked it up. And what's quite nice is that Baler's got a nice little beacon. You can see that there. Beacon view. Which is really great. But the baler is huge. Now, I noticed this in real life. Like, that baler is bigger than the tractor, so I really want the other tractor to do the baling. The little Fiat is just for sort of little field work. I would like the other tractor to do that, so I might swap these over, in fact. So let me just put that there. It looks like Ewan needs unloading as well. Get rid of these birds. Need a Scarecrow. I'm sure our modder will be modding the Scarecrow as we speak. Okay. Something that I noticed that wasn't in the placeables was a greenhouse. So I'm kind of hoping that does come back through the mods, because I enjoyed having the greenhouses. Let's get out. Oh, look at that! You can actually see the fan. Look at the cooling fan. That is really nice. Really, really nice. And let's just get a new. There we go. Move you out the way. And there we go. I think this tractor probably more suited to this trailer anyway. Where's Ewan? He's over there. Of course, the auger's on the wrong side, so we need to sort that out as well. Now this is a big old field. I'm really pleased that we managed to buy this field with wheat on it. I don't know whether that's the standard. I don't know whether a lot of people are going to be doing this. But yeah, I think it's a good start. So we've got a nice lime field over there, which is ploughed, ready for cultivating, I believe, and this one's ready for baling. So we've still got loads of work to do. Only 2 tractors, but I think 2 tractors should be enough to do these 2 fields and keep us busy while the money is coming in. At the moment, the fields are the only money makers that we've got, but we will look at getting some animals and things like that in the future. But we just need to get ourselves established first to make sure we got all the equipment, and it's never ending. And if you remember in any of my Let's Plays, I've never had a lot, never got a lot of money. Money is always one of those things that I tend to spend a lot of, but we have fun doing it. That's all that matters. And my gameplay might not necessarily... all the decisions I make might not necessarily, ring true with yourselves, but that's the fun. That's the fun of watching other people play games. Right, let's get in here. And nope, probably don't need to get in here. Let's jump into this one here and start some baling. Let's turn those beacons on so you can see the tractor. There we go. Yeah, so the Steyr, the 4145, but I think it's 175 because we've got the, I don't know, we stuck a turbo on the engine or something. Managed to increase the power. I think this baler is about 140, I believe. So this should be more than enough to run the baler. Okay. Can't remember the controls. So it's unfold the baler. There we go. And we want to lower the pickup. That's right. And then turn it on. Cool. And let's do some baling. And we're picking it up. So 4,000 litres equals a bale. And you'll see that we're going to be producing quite a few bales here. Yeah, this whole field's going to produce a lot of bales, which is great. And the sound, you can hear the is it the pneumatics you can hear and the hydraulics working. Sounds fantastic. Now the reason why I've gone with the square baler is a couple of reasons. One, you don't have to keep stopping and pressing the pressing the release key, which can get quite. I'll tell you what, we'll do one and we'll miss one, which can get quite funky. Now another thing is we can literally eject everything that's in there at the moment, so we don't have to worry about sort of filling this up with, say, straw if you want to do grass, where the straw with the rain baler, you lose whatever you know, if you don't create a full bale, you will lose. So there's that. And then obviously we can use this with the automatic picker upper as well. So I know it's a big outlay, it's an extra 50,000 that we wanted to spend, but I do believe it's going to be worth it in the end. And this tractor is struggling to pull this along, even though the tractor is running at 175 horsepower. Yeah, it's going to take us a little while to do it. But Ewan's still busy. Zachary, I think, is having a rest, and Ewan is still harvesting. But it needs to be done, and it'll all be worth it in the end. I mean, I don't know how many bales we've got already. We've got a couple, 3, 4, and then we've got one in the chamber as well, 5. So yeah, you can see how profitable the bales are going to be. Ooh, there we go. So we'll try and pick up all the bales we can. And this is the cab view. Yeah, looks pretty cool. What I noticed as well is that the mouse sensitivity is quite low. So maybe I need to increase it, I don't know. Yeah, looking good. It always reminds me of sort of laying eggs or something, you know, just dropping the bale. I was going to say something else, but that wouldn't be very PG. Now, we are really struggling up this hill. But I thought the power requirement was only... Let's have a look. Power requirement for that is 140. And we have a tractor, which is... Let's go to the garage. The Fiat is 150 horsepower. This is 175 horsepower. So, so yeah, I thought I was hoping it'd be okay. But if it takes a little bit of time to go up the hill, so be it. Maybe the tyres do make a difference. Maybe, yeah, you're only getting 175 horsepower when you've got big, thicker tyres. So that might be something we might check in a minute, because I don't know. So we may go over to our workshop and just put some normal tyres on the Steyr and see if it handles this a lot better. So let me just stop that, lift that up, and we'll check that in a second. We just need to unload the harvester once more. And again, the auger's on the wrong side. Just had that. Oh, a wage payment has gone out. Never mind. Okay. What I do need to do though is turn this engine off for sure. There we go. Oh wow! It takes a while to unload the harvester. Come on. There we go. So in this early time, there's so many jobs to do, so many things that we need to do. What's quite nice is that while we're building and we're buying our equipment, we're also making money as well. So let's you're full. Let's take you to where we need to go. So put the cover over. Get rid of those birds. So yeah, we'll try our experiment in a second by just changing the wheels over and seeing how we get on with that. Now I presume the best place to sell this is going to be the same place. I better check, haven't I? Let's have a look. Okay. So 658. Yep, east. There we go. Back. It's still tagged. And I'll see you there. There we go. So we're just coming in. Now the Fiat is a little bit slower than the Star, but yeah, nice slow, steady drive. Didn't hurt anybody. So there we go. So let's just take the cover off, and we will sell the grain. So this is another load of wheat. If we get another 7,000 here, then that will be 714. So it'll be 21,000 overall, which is great considering, you know, we didn't do no work for that field. And there we go, just 1 penny away from 7,000. Cool. Right. I'm not quite sure if I've shown you the interior of the Fiat 1300 yet. So I want to do that now. So this is the interior. Like I say, it's fairly basic. It's a fairly basic tractor, but I'm really enjoying it. I do like my older tractors, you know. Don't get me wrong, I like the big stuff as well, but sort of the older type tractors are pretty cool. Now something I would say is that I've got the farming simulator wheel turning up tomorrow. You know, the wheel and the control unit and the pedals, so it should be a bit smoother on the controls, because I you know, playing with the keyboard is pretty good, but yeah. And now I have got the Xbox controller, but I just don't get on well with it, which is strange because there's many games that I play the Xbox controller on, and this just doesn't seem to be one of them that I can play. But yeah, so the wheel will be turning up tomorrow, and then we can experience that all together. Now I didn't look. Oh, I think I crashed into a lorry. This is American Truck Simulator 2 all over again. The timing of that lorry was just impeccable, and he's right behind me now. You can see him sort of revving up, slowing down. Yeah, big concrete mixer truck. I do not want to mess with him. But yeah, I'll see you when we're back at the farm. So I imagine Ewan is quite full at the moment, so we're going to need to unload him before we do anything else. Keep him harvesting. I think this field's going to take a good long while to plough as well, but needs must. Yeah, I think I did. Sorry, I did promise in the last episode that I'll show you the percentages. I'll do that in a second. While we just unload you. There we go. Okay, so it does explain it in here, I think. Improved yield. So to obtain a 65% yield bonus, you must spread fertilizers twice, and spread lime every 3 harvests, and you get an extra 15% for the lime. And to avoid a 35% yield malus, which is like deficit, you must remove bad weeds, otherwise you get -20, and plough after corn, potato, sugar beets and sugarcane. So once you ploughed, I think that is pretty much it. I don't think you need to keep ploughing every 3 harvests. I think what it says here is that you need to spread lime every 3 harvests, and you get an extra 15%. Let me just check. Crops. Okay, so we got wheat, barley, canola, sunflowers, soybean. I think I said that was peas the other day. Corn, oat, oilseed, radish, potatoes, sugar beet, trees, basically sugarcane and cotton. Okay, so we can quickly have a look at that, and it'll tell you what the signs mean, which is great. Grass and hay, collecting grass, we know all about that. This is quite a nice sort of help list, so we can just click on, and if we get a little bit stuck, but we should be okay. Now, can we go through growth, soil composition? So here you can see this is fertilized, which technically it isn't, because we just limed. So I don't know whether lime takes into account that it's fertilized. But so this is, you can see it doesn't need ploughing. Oh, sorry, hang on. Let me just take that one. Okay, so that don't need ploughing. So you can leave that for this next harvest. And we can actually just cultivate and sow this one, and this one obviously we've just ploughed. So I should have checked before we ploughed it, but it was such a small field, it didn't really matter. So let's just move out its way. There we go, and we'll jump into you. Okay, so I'm gonna just disconnect it for a second, and we're gonna go change our wheels over as I promised. We haven't done that yet. Let's turn those beacons on. I think this might be a bit of a too steeper drop. Yeah, because when you place things now, it does deform the map, so we just need to be a little bit careful. Okay, let's come here and customize. No, we don't want to customize that one. How do I not choose that one? So maybe I've got to drop the front weight first. Let me try that. Because it's just picking up the front weight. There we go. And then hopefully, yep, there we go. Condition's pretty good, so you don't need to worry about that. We just need to customize, change the tires to not narrow, no, just wide tires. There we go. We've got any, yeah, standard. That's fine. So we just change it to standard. It doesn't cost anything. That's the 100. Yeah, okay. There we go. Cool. So you can see now you should have. No. I've done something wrong. Narrow tires, standard. Do you want it? Yes, please. There we go. Now we got standard tires. Cool. Now I don't know whether this is going to work or not, so please don't shout at me in the comments if you know, because I say this is a new game and I'm trying these things so you don't have to. That's my excuse. So let's see if we can get a bit more power out of this baby then with standard wheels. Part of me thinks I don't think it matters too much regardless what wheels you got on, but if I don't try, I'll never know. Get rid of those birds. There we go. Let's connect that one. Okay, so lower, turn on, beacons on, happy days, and let's go. And do you know what? I don't know, but it just seems we're going a bit quicker. So maybe narrow wheels is pretty good for obviously driving through crops without destroying the crops. And it looks to be sort of wide wheels and standard wheels are used for more torquier operations. So where you need to, to use the full 175 horsepower of a tractor, then it's best to use standard tyres, I believe. Or have I spoke too soon and I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. Somebody can confirm that. It does seem we're going a little bit quicker. I think we was going down to sort of like 1 or 2 miles an hour going up the hill before, and we're sort of around about 5 or 6, so possibly. And what I like now is that the swaths. I can't remember this in Farming Sim 17, but the swaths actually you can actually feel the tractor going over the swaths of straw. So this is going to be a good test. No, I don't think it makes any difference. We're at 4 miles an hour. I think I remember going about 4 miles an hour on the narrow wheels, but it looks better, with standard wheels. It was a good test. Oh, Alpha G's got a 4 grainer tank, so let's just turn you off for a minute and pop on over to you. Oh, I left the engine running. I've got to remember to turn that engine off. All that fuel I'm wasting, it's not good. There we go. We're nearly done with the field. Thankfully, Ewan's left us with the auger on this side, so we can unload here. So we should get another load done. So that's sort of around about 28,000 extra we've got for harvesting this field. Once we sell this one trailer, and I'm okay with that. I think that's a pretty good deal we got. I think it was about 200,000, wasn't it, for the land? And we got 28, 30,000 back. Yeah. Plus the bales and everything else. Yeah. So you can see in the bottom right hand side, you can see the fuel gauge and also the maintenance gauge as well. So once it gets down to sort of half, then we will look at maintaining the Fiat, making sure it gets to good working order. Yeah. Let's start you. Let's turn you on. Let's turn that beacon on. And let's go. Continue. Baling. So yeah. I don't think the tyres makes any difference. Just a little bit it just goes to show that the physics maybe have been updated, because I think before, if you had a 175 horsepower tractor pulling something that needed 140, I think you could pull it anywhere and it wouldn't reduce the speed. But it goes to show that real life physics have been added or been played with, that you do need to take into account how hilly your fields are. So there's a certain percent that you need to go over on the horsepower requirement in order to use that attachment going up or down a steep field, which is cool. It's just another thing to think about. And we got loads of bales. So looking at all these bales, I think you guys are going to get a little bit frustrated with my front loading skills, and we may need to buy ourselves an automatic picker upper. I think that's going to be the most sane worthy thing to do. Although don't worry, you will see my my front loading skills at some point. But yeah, I think that's going to be the probably the best thing to do. Yeah, we're cooking on gas now. I don't know whether those tyres made a difference. I don't think so. Ewan's nearly finished with the harvesting. Oh, you're really struggling. 4 miles an hour. Come on, you can do it. I suppose the Baler is doing a lot of work, and it does weigh. Yeah, the Baler is as big as the tractor, so it makes sense that it's going to be quite difficult to put it up a hill, baling. We're alright. Where's the harvester gone? I love that the fields now are not flat. You know, I do love the curvature of the field. I think it's a great addition. And they were in 2017, but it just seems to be a bit more realistic in this one. Okay, looks like Ewan's finished, which is great. So what we'll do then, we'll just turn you off and head over to you and unload Ewan. Oh, he hasn't finished. I can see that he clearly hasn't finished. So we'll leave you down here. And we'll go jump in the combine harvester. There we go. So you set up ready to do another thing, but he didn't... oh, start the engine. But he just didn't finish the job. Hey. Oh, gosh. I'm rolling... we're rolling towards the lake. That's not good. I don't think this has got enough power to get up, has it? Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Okay. He's doing it. That worried me for a second. I didn't think he had enough power to... No. Come on. I can see why Ewan didn't want to do this bit. Yeah. But anyway, we're there. We're harvesting our last piece of this field. This big field 21. And yeah, we've got loads to do. I do love this harvester as well. I just love everything about the game. You guys are going to be fed up and me keep saying it. You know, just playing it just puts a big smile on my face. So we've got yeah, we've got enough in the tank then to finish this run. And something we haven't done or looked at yet is contracts. Well, contracts is in the game, so maybe in the next episode we will start looking at doing some contracts just to bring in some extra money. But at the moment we're not hurting too much for money, and you know, we've got these two big fields one big field and one smaller field to look after. As long as we have all the equipment that we can do that, then life's good. So let's head on over. Let's extend the auger and empty this. So 3,189 litres. There we go. So we need to put this back in the shed. It probably could do with a little bit of maintenance. You know, it's getting down to 3/4. So we may show that actually this episode before we finish. Just go maintain our harvester ready for our next harvest. I think that sounds like a good idea, as long as we keep it maintained. And it'll be a good indication as well to see if it does in fact wear underneath the cover when you're not using it. I would have thought that was a bit unfair if it worn if you didn't use it, but you never know. Yeah, that might be the case. So let's drive this over. I'm not going to go down that big steep hill thing again where I put the water bowser. And look at that lovely field of you can still see the lime in the field, but the lime and the coconut. And let's go over here. Hopefully it just doesn't show the header. Maybe, hopefully it shows the whole harvester. There we go. So we repair the bison $80. Yeah. Okay. There we go. It's you can see the repair is gone right to the top. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Yeah, bit of greasing the nipples and all the changing some bearings, couple of belts. It's not the end of the world. So we'll park you in here. There we go. Turn you off. And then we're going to continue this. So I'm going to continue with this, and I'll probably see you in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching. My name is Stockoglaws. This is FS19. Take care, and ciao for now.
I got a brand new combine harvester, and I'll give you the key.